Hi guys, so here we have Malcolm, our
Hello.
community outreach coordinator, and Fatima Mann, our executive director. We're just going to talk about the El Barrio event today and kind of get their thoughts about how they felt about it. So, what was your overall feelings about the event? We're going to start with Malcolm.
My overall feelings were that it was incredibly positive and incredibly centered around our goal, which was community building and allowing these families to have a very nutritional and just all-around well-rounded Thanksgiving dinner this year. So I think our goal was very well met. We had a lot of really awesome volunteers come out today, and just overall, yeah, everything went really well.
How about you, Fatima?
It was probably one of the best things I've done all year. To be able to bring the community something that I think that people don't think about is just having healthy food options. So being able to partner with Urban Roots and Harvest Food on Thursday and then come out to bring that food to communities who probably wouldn't get it was amazing. And then having people really appreciate just having access to fresh food like that was probably the best experience, is the genuineness. And I mean, we didn't take pictures and it wasn't a thing, but it was beautiful to see people gathering to just provide something that I think a lot of us take for granted, such as fresh food.
Yeah, people were really, I guess I wasn't really surprised that they were thankful, but the way that people just expressed how thankful they were and seemed really, I guess, genuinely surprised that people were even wanting to invest in them and in their community was surprising for me. So I really felt the warmth there. So I really loved it.
Awesome. That sounds like amazing. So you mentioned, Fatima, a couple of the partners that we had in the event. Are there other people that we haven't mentioned that kind of helped make the event possible?
So yes, so Clifford from Capital City Arts, he came out. DJ Bling, he spins music. There was the Sherry, she's Pastor Sherry, right, from Freshwater Church. She came out, and Tamika came out. There was Crystal. There was a lot of people from different just places came. We partnered with Elm Rage managers. They allowed us to come out there and do events, and so we plan on doing more events starting next year there. But it was, we wanted to work with more people. Oh, and then Tariq came out from the Mirror, Tariq Daniels. I'm forgetting the organization, but he came out and he actually helped me pass out flyers, and that was awesome.
Yeah, a couple people so I'm actually working with Urban Roots at the moment, and a couple people who are part of their Food and Leadership Fellowship with me, Nicole Foster and Amanda. They both came out, helped transport food, as well as they were present on the Harvest Day on Thursday when we harvested collard, chard, radishes, turnips, kale, and just a whole host of other things, and brought it all out there. I think it was 300 plus pounds of produce that we ended up getting donated from Urban Roots.
Nice. So
huge shout out to them for even making this event possible.
And Indira from Black Sabbath Nation, she came out. They came out with little gardens. What was in them?
They had mustard greens and collard greens.
Yeah, and so some families got that. One of the families actually, little boys, he runs a community garden at his school, so we're gonna try to see if we can get a garden out there. But it was the best thing that I've done thus far.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I know that we also had some people from the School of Public Health there, and then we also had Officer Mainly from APD come out, and that was cool as well.
In plain clothes. What we're trying to do, so the reason why we're doing that is we can't really talk about community engagement if officers don't come to the community to meet us and to work with us and to formulate relationships with the people that they're policing. And so this is an effort to do community engagement completely different. I'm tired of, town halls and forums and all of these things where we talking about doing things. If they're going to, and he came out, he brought food out, he brought bags, so he actually donated as well. At the end of the day, our people got to eat, right? So people may think that we shouldn't be inviting them to our communities, but they're in our communities all the time policing us. But if maybe they start meeting us and actually knowing us as people and we knowing them as people instead of the people that carry the guns, they'll stop killing us and they won't see us as just another one of them. They'll see us as Tyrone, Ernest. Ernest is a 9-year-old, right? right? If people came out and met Ernest, then they would be more likely not to kill Ernest instead of a little brown boy running away from them somewhere, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So what is one thing, you talked about Ernest, Fatima, but what is one thing that really hit home for you today? Like one interaction that you had with a person?
I brought a woman a turkey. Tamika donated a turkey, and there was one turkey left, and I was like, I met this woman, and she told me that her family had died October 29th. I don't know if it was this year, but it was in Round Rock in a really bad car accident. And I guess these cars were racing, and she's cooking for her grandkids. She has 23 grandkids. She's actually over 50. She doesn't really walk that well. She's a black woman. She adopted her grandson and had him since he was 3 days old, and she was just thankful that she had fresh greens to feed her family, and then a turkey. Like she thanked Jesus. She was like, thank you, Jesus, just for bringing her food. And so for me, and Ernest, he loves math. He's really, really brilliant, and he and I are gonna have really amazing conversations. But that experience, I'm not giving another woman a hand. I have really good stories because I actually got to knock on people's door and bring people food. So I mean, my experience was a little different than everybody else. I got to be in people's homes. I got to see how people live. I got to see how people live, and you don't know how people live until you knock on their door and you see how they live. So the whole experience was amazing to me. So I can keep going, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think just getting the opportunity to, talk to these people as they're coming up about kind of the things that they're going through in their daily life, and the things that they're kind of really excited for this upcoming year. So she kind of mentioned it for a little bit, but there was this really young man, probably around like elementary school, 10 years old about, who was really invested in his own garden up at his school. And when we gave him the opportunity to take one of these windowsill gardens home and work on it at his house, he was so excited and just so thrilled to be given this opportunity. And then we had one more, and we actually went back to there and gave him a second one. And I believe it was his aunt or his mom, I'm not exactly sure, but she came outside and was talking about just how difficult it had been raising the multitude of kids that she had been put in charge of. And how she was really excited for the possibility of being given the opportunity to work or have him work on a community garden there. And so just really seeing how excited and I guess willing that these people were to try and make their community a better place was quite beautiful.
And not just so a lot of people don't know, because a lot of people don't know that people in our communities are raising their grandkids. So grandkids are becoming parents. So this was another situation where a mom was raising her child's children, and so a lot of these people we're talking to are 50 plus, have limited income, and is raising like young kids, and like I say these people, but they're my family. I know people. I call people auntie and uncle, and some people that I know that are cousins, and that live like this. And I think we all know people who live like this in our own families. And for me, I can't be in my family. I can't be where my blood family is. But everybody that look like me, that live like this, is my family. So we're giving back to our family now. I don't want to call them these people no more. Can we start calling them family? Like, we have family that lives in ways that no one should live, and not people that are our family. Mm-hmm. So let's start giving back to the families in our own neighborhoods where we are, and doing things and to make where we are better. Because if we don't give back to where we are, nobody's gonna come back for us. Like, no one has ever come back for us but us. We freed ourselves during the Confederate war. That's us. So this is the beginning of us doing that. Service in the heart of the community is our way of bringing service to our communities where our families are.
Yeah, I'm going to correct myself then. Our family welcomed us with open arms today, and it was absolutely fantastic to go out there and do the work that we did. Something I would really like to do in the future with this event, or something similar, is I recently have been meeting a lot of black artists that I would really love to come out and actually perform for our families, for our communities. Today we had, what's his name? DJ Bling came out and performed. Yeah, and that was absolutely fantastic. But I think it'd be really great if we could get some more local black artists coming out and supporting our families and supporting our communities. and giving us some music to jam to. So I think that's what I want to do for next event is have, if there are any local Black artists out there who'd be interested in supporting us and supporting our families, we'd definitely love to be interested in bringing you on.
And some organizations that work with kids, there's a lot of kids out there. So, their parents could come out and do some things. Just maybe making it a community-like thing where we bring our community what our community needs. So, Black health things. Just, if we're going to be out there for 2 hours giving to our community, like we can all bring our family something at one time because they're right there, right? So, we can do something for the kids, have something, and then have some music and make it a family affair. So, counterbalance.org, you can hit us up, counterbalanceatx.org. In our social media, but please, we want to work in the community to make our families better.
Yeah, as successful and awesome as this event was, I think that we can make it even that much better if rather than just giving our families food, if we actually created a community event, if we actually created a space where we could come and celebrate and be one together, I think that would be really powerful. So.
At some point.
At some point. Yeah. Coming up, hopefully.
Coming up. So last thing, Fatima, you hit on it a little bit, but how can people get involved? Where are we? What are we doing? Kind of a very brief description of that and how can they connect with us? So Facebook, website, etc.
So it's Balance ATX on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. We are Counterbalance ATX on Facebook. Our website is counterbalanceatx.org. There's volunteer physicians on the website. You can fill out the form. What you like, we want to work with you based off what you like to do, because what you like to do is probably what we need. And so sign up there. It's going to take a village to help our village. So follow us. We are taking the rest of the year off, really. So we may see us support some events and do some things, but we want to come back in 2017 a lot stronger, doing a lot more events, but we want to build so that when we come back, we're coming back with substance and doing things with our family to make our families better.
100%.
Yeah, cool. Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys talking with us for a little bit, and have a good day.
Yeah, thank you.
Later.
Bye.